Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please consider subscribing to this channel. I think Kenyans are feeling betrayed because when you look at the decision that now Azimio and Kenya Kwanza government has just come out to agree on, Kenyans are feeling betrayed. I was looking at the letter that was released by both opposition and the majority, of course, the government. I was shocked because this is not something that we were expecting. After all those kind of mandamanos, all those kind of issues that has been there when we are addressing the issue of high cost of living, what we are being told now, the discussion that are going to be put on table is different from the high cost of living. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the situation that we are in. As this is the letter that I have seen from a joint statement by the Azimio and Kenya Kwanza leadership, we are being told now that with the leadership of Azimio la Umoja and Kenya Kwanza having consulted on the state of our nation, the series of a democratic and peaceable resolution of issues that beset our nation, expressing our joint condemnation and regrets on the violence that has visited our nation with the loss of life, serious injuries, and the destruction of properties. Determined to resolve our differences amicably for the benefit of all our people. We have therefore agreed to establish a committee of 10 composed of 5 members from Azimio la Umoja and Kenya Kwanza as follows. 1. 4 members from outside Parliament, 2 from each side. The leader of majority and minority from the National Assembly. 3. 4 additional members of Parliament, 2 from each side. The committee shall be seized with the following 5 issues. Number 1, reconstitution of IEBC. Number 2, implementation of 2/3 gender rule. Number 3, entrenchment of Constituency Development Fund. Number 4, establishment and entrenchment of the office of the leader of the opposition. Number 5, amendment of the office of Prime Cabinet Secretary. Further, the parties agreed that the finance bill is sub judice and should be decided in court. That is what we are being told. Tumeachwa kwa mataa, and that is where we are now. The discussion is no longer about the high cost of living. You like it, you don't like it. That is the situation that we are. Because I was expecting that among those issues that were going to be discussed was about the high cost of living. How can we survive, we as Kenyans? It is so painful, as some came out even losing their lives as they were fighting hard to ensure that at least the government was going to listen to their voices. How are we going to tell those people or those families that their loved ones lost their lives during the demonstration upon the brutality of the police officers? How are we going to describe that? Because during the demonstration, it was about the high cost of living. And by the way, I said it very clear in a certain video here. Raila Amolo Odinga and his team, they must be very serious. They must be very serious. Or else, they are going to fall in a deep trap of William Samoei Ruto. They like it or they don't like it. Because as long as Raila Odinga is accepting the office of the leader of the opposition, Kenyans are not going to have any voice. Because the next cause is they're going to remove the Article 37 of the Constitution. They might come out to interfere with that. I'm telling you the truth. Because when we look at even William Ruto, is having the majority in the House. Today they will just come out and decide we want to remove that article. They can remove it. They can replace it. Because as long as the laws are being made in the parliament, they might come out removing it. So all this kind of scenario that you're seeing today, I was shocked because I've tried my best to review some comments and opinions of Kenyans that are feeling betrayed. They are feeling betrayed. In fact, they are not believing what they are seeing because it is totally opposite to their expectation. Because for them to come out to discuss about the IEBC, how does IEBC concern Kenyans about the high cost of living? You know, about the CDF, you know. And by the way, it was like this was how we will end up. My biggest question is why tell people to go to the street, lose their lives, only for him, or rather for them, to end up with these such decisions. I think these people should come out to address the issue of high cost of living. That is my interest. I don't know if I'm making a wrong opinion here because it is about the people. Let not portray this kind of bipartisan kind of talk. Then, if truly this was the kind of, or rather the course they were going to, why did they came out, walking out of the bipartisan talk? Because the discussions that are going to be, it is no longer going to be high cost of living. Forget that. Forget. It is not going to be high cost of living again. It is going to be issue of IEBC. 2, the office of the opposition leader. 3, the office of the prime cabinet minister. Then amendment of the CDF fund. You know. Then 2/3 gender rule. Those are the issues that are going to be discussed during this dialogue. No high cost of living. Where are we today? No high cost of living. This old taxation that we talked about, we are going to face them. So the question is, why did people came out storming the street? Some lost their lives because of fighting over high cost of living. It was a discussion about the people. Now it is not a discussion about the people. It is the discussion of the IEBC. It is the discussion. And by the way, Kenya Kwanza, they are playing a very dangerous trick on Azimio. They are playing a very dangerous trick of Azimio. And again, they used excessive police force. They won. They came out celebrating they won. And in fact, they are boasting, saying, now, you see, it was no long. You know something that is bad is that your enemy is trying to trick you. You enter into a deal with him. Behind the scene, they are celebrating that they managed to force you to be back in a dialogue. When you look at even the discussions that were there, it is absolutely a kind of discussion that we could have been having now. It is not about the IBC. We are not going to election tomorrow. We are talking about the high cost of living. Today is affecting people. The taxation is affecting Kenyans. How can we lower the high taxation? We are being told they have raised the high taxation because they want development. They don't want to borrow. As we speak, William Ruto's loan stands at 1.3 trillion Kenya shillings. Within even less than a year, William Ruto has already borrowed 1.3 trillion Kenya shillings. At the same time, in the name of not borrowing, you are being told they are going to tax you and they must raise the taxation. So I think it is a kind of Kenyans, I think Kenyans are feeling betrayed with the tricks of Kenya Kwanza, tricking Azimio. They're trying to trick Azimio. You know, I don't have any issue with these discussions. I know these issues are also the problem. These are issues also that has problems. But the truth of the matter is, I wanted to listen to Azimio coming out to discuss this issue of high cost of living. Can we discuss about the high taxation? Can we discuss the high taxation? That was the main reason why people were being butchered and killed brutally by the police officers on the streets. With We never stormed the street because of IEBC. We never, in fact, the placards were about Tumechoka. And Tumechoka, it was about the high cost of living, not the IEBC and the Office of the Opposition Leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts when it comes to this letter? What are your thoughts? Are you feeling betrayed, or is it a good decision for them? Drop your opinion at the comment section below. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. Please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing this video. Bye bye till you meet on another video.